sharing it all that.
And we're live. That's it. We're live. So,
Quick.
so girls, time to have a bit of a laugh, shall we?
Yeah, I'm just waiting to share it. Oh, here we are.
We are live. It's here.
Oh, we're definitely live. I know we're live. It says live at the top. It says we've been live for 20 seconds. I know we're live. So, right. So what we're going to do is, I think we should just talk about, to start off with, let's just talk about how we got to here, because it's quite interesting in a way, because this time last year we never met. I mean, you two might have done, because you two both worked out in the same gym, didn't you?
Yeah.
But this time last year, none of us knew each other, and
That's
yet it's just been the weirdest year ever. So Malcolm's on. Malcolm's saying hello. So hi, Malcolm. How are you? So
we never met this time last year, and now we're the three best friends that anybody could have.
Do not ask me to sing anything. That's not happening.
Oh my God.
You just reminded me of Andover.
That would just close everything down completely if I started singing. So I think what we should do, just of all, is let's talk about how come we met, because the weirdest thing for us to meet, it was the fact that someone came to me to ask me about my business. I introduced them to the business, who knew someone else, who knew someone else, who knew you, Daisy, and then you introduced Katie as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, were either of you looking for a business this time last year?
No.
No. No, I weren't.
Daisy's not sure whether she was or not. She's thinking about it.
So I sort of wanted something else, but I didn't know what I wanted to do. So sort of looking, but sort of not.
So open-minded rather than actively looking.
I was open-minded to an opportunity.
Yeah. And it's weird because it just happens that the timing was sort of dead right, I suppose, because lockdown happened. 2020 has just been the weirdest year ever. So taking out the sort of the COVID situation, because that's been weird for everybody. How would you two say 2020 has been for you?
You go first, Katie.
Freaking phenomenal. Like, absolutely, freaking phenomenal, people. I don't care what way that it's been freaking phenomenal for me. And that literally just freaking phenomenal is just what sums it up for me, apart from COVID.
Go on, give us a bit more. Tell us why. What made it so phenomenal?
Just because, like I said, I joined this opportunity. I wasn't looking. I wasn't. I'd shut down my shop, and honestly, like I said, and I'll say it again, the two reasons I joined this is because, to be honest with you, mainly because I didn't want to be bored. I didn't want to be bored stuck at home. I could just not think of nothing worse being stuck at home doing nothing. And I remember saying, I didn't know where any money would come out from, and I wanted to make £50 a week. So I literally come into this business just literally wanting something to do. Didn't think of, what it were about really. Like I said to Daisy, when I asked about it, I didn't even tell Gareth. He's like, what are you doing? I've got my credit card out. And I'm like, I'm just joining this thing, putting my numbers in. And Gareth's like, what is it? I went, I don't know, something to do with Forex or something. That is it. And I just joined, honestly, because that's the type of person I am. I'm the sort of person, right? I decided to buy my sandwich shop on the toilet having a wee. And that is absolutely no word of lie. I decided to buy my sandwich shop on the toilet having a wee.
You did wash your hands first, didn't you?
No.
You did wash your hands first, didn't you?
Probably not. I don't know. But what I'm trying to say is that's how spontaneous I am, right? So that's the type of person I am. I act and then I think about it after. That's just what I'm like. And so I come into it, wanting to make 50 quid, wanting just something to occupy my time, didn't know how long my shop was going to be closed. Never, ever, 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 ever did I imagine that I would be sat here now. It's just that honestly, and I know I don't, but it has literally really has changed my life. I've met the most amazing group of people, and like me and Daisy always say it in this life, COVID has been so awful for so many people, and so many people have felt alone and isolated. And we, even though we've never met, I've never felt so around people. It's just amazing.
It has been something else, because I must admit, when it comes to the notion of people being locked down, I live on my own, and most of this year I haven't been going out. I have been socially distancing, but I've been far from isolated, because all day, every day, I've got someone to talk to. So that hasn't been an issue for me at all. In fact, if anything, there've been times when my phone's beeping away. I'm thinking, give me a break, please. Just let me have a rest for a short while. Just stop now. Yeah. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. Give it up.
Jamie Booth, are you watching, Pat?
Yeah, that's Jamie. Oh dear.
So, I mean, Malcolm's saying it's been a roller coaster of a year, and it's made this year phenomenal for him. Go on, Daisy. Your thought. What's happened to you this year?
I mean, I've got to agree with everything Katie says, but I think this business has made it my year. It's made my year, to be honest, because I think if I'd have not found this, I don't even know what I'd be doing right now, and I don't even know what sort of mental state I'd be in, to be quite honest, because it's literally giving me something to focus on when my primary business has been on its arse. So it's actually given me something to focus on, something positive, and I feel like I'm leaving this year with a completely new skill set, a new bunch of friends who I'd class as family, because I see you a lot more than what I see me mum. So literally actually see you a lot on camera more than what I see my own mother. So I just feel like it's just made this year. And you know what? I'm so excited for next year now, because it can only get better. This has only got better. Every month this just gets better and better. And I feel like I'm ending 2020 in such a good place. It's been mind blowing. I wouldn't change this year for the world. As bad as it sounds, it's not been good for PT business, but oh God, it's just changed everything. It's going to be absolutely game changing next year. Unbelievable.
I mean, Simon and I say that now. We've been saying that since we joined IM 15 months ago now, 16 months ago. Every single week, there's something more to get excited about. Something new happening, and it gets bigger and better and better. And it's just been an amazing year. And as much as we've had, like we said, everyone's had lockdown, we haven't been out, we haven't been going out. Hasn't, by no means has it stopped us from making money. I've made more money this year than I've made for the last and my best year for probably 10 years. And it's because of what we're doing and sharing it with other people and helping other people. And the fact that we have so many people that we're working with. You guys you've made, like I said, you've made a lot of friends, but you've made friends because there are people that you've come in who you've introduced into the business, but also people who you've just met because of the business, who are not really connected to your business, but you've made friends with them anyway, and you're working with them, and you've both stepped out of your comfort zone when it came to wanting to teach other people to do things as well. I mean, how's that gone?
Ooh, I think it's gone well, to be honest. I think that now Katie's started doing this as well. We've sort of put our heads together, and I think we bounced off each other a lot, me and Katie. So that makes me even more excited for next year, because we've put our heads together and we've got some really good ideas, and we're really excited about loads of different things. So I think having a support network around you makes things so much better. I think it's been amazing, Katie, hasn't it? Me and you getting us noggins together and getting some plans next year.
Just literally before, minutes before we come on here, we've just been texting about our goals for next year. And that's what we do. We literally said to it, and the amazing thing is that we've got the exact same goals that we want. So when you mention the exact same goals,
anything you care to share?
No, yeah. It's all right. Ooh, that is nothing. Right, what we want is, it's fair, but the only thing with this, Roger, you'll have to help us out with this one. We said that by this time next year, we would want 6-figure trading accounts.
Yep.
Would we get there though? Because would we take money out before? We probably wouldn't we?
6 figures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd be taking money out. Trust me.
That's what I mean.
You're sitting and looking at 6 figures. You're having a laugh.
I am seriously expecting to have multiple 6 figures next year. Multiple.
Then he's going to be getting it out and going abroad. We're going to Dubai to go and meet Simon. Simon, we're coming. We're there in about a couple hours. Yeah. Hold your horses. You've not escaped us yet.
Yeah, I've definitely got my sights. I mean, as soon as we can start to travel again, there are a ton of places I want to go to, because I've been dying to get on a plane all year, and I just, I've wanted to go, but at the same time not wanted to get on a plane because of all the issues with health and everything else. But next year we'll make up for that. So go on. So 6-figure trading accounts. What else?
Chairman, man.
Chairman.
Yeah. So people, we're coming for you. We're coming for you, people. We are coming for you. Yeah, definitely.
For when? For when?
Christmas.
Yeah.
Christmas. Christmas.
Christmas.
Christmas. You can do before Christmas. In September, the company has a conference in Houston, Texas. How about a challenge the pair of you get to the rank of chairman by September?
I'm always up for a challenge, me.
Could you imagine me and Katie getting on stage though, Roger?
Yes. Yeah.
Right.
Along with me and a bunch of others. I mean, there'll be so many, we'll just be sort of walking across. They won't be letting us loose with a microphone there because there'll be too many.
Oh.
But yeah, see you on stage as chairman, and bear in mind that chairman is just a title, the title that we have within a business, but there's something that comes with it, and what comes with it is a 6-figure income for that, besides the 6-figure trading account that you're talking about. That just that in itself, that will be something else, but something that's eminently doable, because it's doable by helping other people to do the same thing.
Yeah.
Malcolm's on here, and Malcolm's saying he's going for chairman before Houston as well.
Woo!
So, I know that Jamie is going for the same thing too. So bunch of people. Dave Bailey will also be saying that he's going to go for the same thing. So that by the time we go to Houston, there's going to be a bunch of us representing the UK and showing just how well the UK is doing, with something that really 12 months ago we knew virtually nothing about. This last 12 months has changed our lives, and it's set things clear for us, so we know what we're doing next year. At the beginning of this year, we didn't know what we were doing. We were all experimenting, we were all learning. We were making mistakes, we were stumbling, picking ourselves up, dusting ourselves off, and carrying on again. Whereas most people sort of stumble, fall, and then just lie there crying to themselves and don't do anything about it. But we just then stuff that, just get back up and do it all over again and figure it out. And that's what we've done. And that's why we know we can get there next year. So I think that's really going to be the important thing. But I'm looking forward to next year. I'm looking forward to the fact that I don't know how long it's going to take. I think it's probably still going to take another 4 or 5 months before we're likely to get together face to face. By the time everybody's been vaccinated and all the restrictions get lifted and everything else, I think that's probably going to get to April, May, maybe even June. I don't know. But at that point, we can all get together face to face.
That's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
That will be something else, because that's going to end up at a hotel venue when we have Tyrone come across. So, and I just shudder to think how much noise the pair of you can make in a bar.
Oh God, you think we're bad on here? We're sober. You want
Okay.
So, and Katie was already threatening shots. So,
Tequila.
Oh no, I'm not joining in with that. I'll watch.
Shots. Vodka.
tequila's lovely. There's nothing wrong with tequila.
I can't wait for everyone dancing. To be fair, get dance on.
Yeah. Again, don't hold your breath. That's not happening. it's not metal legs here. So I think we've got. I think we've had an amazing, like this year's been an incredible run for us. But I think if you look at it as well, you've also brought a brilliant bunch of people together, and you've gone out and brought new people into the business. And now you're sort of taking some responsibility for helping those people to hit their dreams as well.
Mm.
And I think that's a really cool thing to do. I like the idea of that. I like the idea that we can actually better what we do for ourselves by helping other people to do the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts on working with the people that you're working with?
Oh, it's mint, isn't it, Katie?
Yeah, and that's the beauty of this as well. Like when you talk about your goals, you talk. I mean, Daisy will talk about like, oh, we can help them do this, and like after like GoPro, all we've been talking about is how we can help this. You know, we'll get a team, we'll do this, we'll do that. So, because this is a sort of business where you just want everyone to succeed, you want everyone to do well, you want to help others, and that's the sort, a business that you're involved in, and that's why I walk around like I annoy people. Like my staff think I'm absolutely freaking mental. They're like, oh, okay, and I come jogging in, and I'm like, and they're like, oh, for God's sake, and I can see them rolling their eyes like, oh, she does my head in her. But I'm not like that. Is how I feel. That is, I get up, absolutely. I get up, write my gratitude, and I'm literally like got a spring in my step. And that is literally because of this and because of the people that we're working for. And like I said, me and Daisy just talking about how we can help this team. We've obviously got something planned out with soon to get this team to help them grow. And we just want to help people. What you want for yourself, you want for others, 100%.
Absolutely. So let's talk about something else you've got planned, because you've got something happening next Monday, haven't you? 28th.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
So that is something that Nick, bless him, it's so lovely. And Nick come to us about doing, and what we want to do is, I know Nick's like he's going to fill us in because obviously me and Daisy wing all this sort of stuff. Like we can turn up and like tell us what we're doing and we're doing it. But what we want to do is we want me and Nick's been, and Daisy's done a few, but me and Nick's been going live every single morning. And we've been like opening up the doors like an advent calendar. We've been telling people what positives and what I am asked to offer. So each morning we've been open up saying, oh, this is what it gives you, this. We'll be talking about all different topics on it. So what we want to do on the 28th is a bit like what we do on our opportunity calls, but we just want to, Roger, you're coming on it, Roger, aren't you?
I am, but you haven't told me anything to do with times or anything else like that. So
we don't really 100% know yet. But it's more just, we want to, just for people's stories. So they've heard me and Nick talk about how amazing the company is, but we want to hear from, so it's just, going to get about 10 of us or whatever, come on and just each say, who they are, where they're from, why they got involved, how they've been finding it. And we want to show people, how because different people's stories might resonate with, people might look at my story and be like, oh God, Kate closed the shop, but she did this because she wanted to make £50 a week. I wouldn't mind making £50 a week. People look at Daisy and think, oh, she, come out of work due to, she's a personal trainer. She wanted something different to do. Oh, that's what I want to do. And that's what we want to do. We want to get different people's stories, just to show people. The main thing we want to do is we want to show how this business can be for anyone. That's what we want to do. Anyone, any age, any background, anybody can do this. Anybody can come on and do this business. And anybody can come on and do this business, and it can change your life whatever you choose it to change your life. And that's what we want to do on the 28th.
Okay. All right. So what have you got, apart from just sort of a few people telling you stuff, because we do that 4 times a week.
Yeah.
Are you doing more than that?
Nick knows more than us, to be honest.
Nick, are you on here, mate? Because if you are, you need to tell us what crack is.
Yeah, Nick, drop a comment. What are we doing?
Well, if Nick's on, Nick, put a comment in there, and if you are, I will send you the link, and you can click into this and join us.
Oh, that'd be mint if you could. I love this technology. You've blown my mind today with this, Roger. I'm really impressed with you. I'm giving you a 5 out of 5.
5 out of 5. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Nick's always on our calls.
I like this stream.
It was my. I mean, well, I was going to say it's my fault, but no, I'm going to blame you as well, because I should have invited Nick on, but you two should have reminded me as well. So I'm going to blame you two as well.
Okay.
I'm not taking it all myself.
Okay.
But if you're watching, Nick, put a comment in. I'll see it, and I'll make sure you get the link so you can come in and join us right now. And we'll have. And if not, even if we want to do another one between now and then, to sort of for all 4 of us to talk about Monday, then we can set up a time to do that. I don't mind that. We're okay with that.
Are you asking me and Daisy if we want to go live on Facebook and talk?
Yeah, it's a stupid question, isn't it?
Yeah, we'll do that. Nah, not bothered about doing a live, whatever.
Well, we can certainly do some, but we'll set it up so we can get Nick on as well, because it doesn't look as if he's actually watching it right at this moment in time. But we can do that, and we can sort of fill in what you're going to do with that, because I think that's going to start 2021 off to a really fast start. Because here's the weird thing. Right now, everybody's got the party heads on right now. Nick, obviously, because he's not watching, so he's obviously got the party head on. Yeah. So everybody's sort of, the first drinks of the season are coming out, aren't they? And we might not be able to go out the same way that we did last year, but it's still not going to stop people from having a good time and enjoying themselves. So I think this Christmas is going to be, for most of us, it's probably going to be as good as any other Christmas, because you're still going to have family around you. You're still going to be talking to people that you care about. You're still going to have a laugh. You're going to enjoy yourself. And in 2 weeks' time, the reality is going to set in, and you're going to say, I spent a fortune. Because we all do, don't we? We all overspend. We all go crazy.
Yeah.
You know, I'm going to go and spend some time with my cousin and his girlfriend. Staying completely within the rules, obviously. So I decided, right, we need to take some drinks, don't we? So I got a bottle of that, and we need a bottle of that, and we need a bottle of that. And by the time I finished, I'm thinking, like, I've gone over the top with that. So crazy amounts. It's only 3 of us. I've got enough money for enough drink for an army. Everyone spends too much, but in 2 weeks' time, everyone's going to think, Christ, how am I going to pay for it all? And for those that have been suffering this year through lockdown because they've been on furlough and they've been living on 80% of their wages, or people who've lost their jobs maybe, or their businesses have closed down, 2021 could be tough, but we've got a solution. We can help people, and we can help to put it right for them. And you two know from personal experience, because you came in at the beginning of the first lockdown, just looking for that 50 quid a week for UK to. Did you have an amount of money in mind when you got started, Daisy?
Not necessarily. For me, it was just I wanted to just make some money trading. So
Yeah.
I didn't have a figure in mind, but as long as I was making profit, and that's all I was bothered about, making profit.
Yeah. And I mean, the reality of it is that the rules of the company that we work with tell us that we shouldn't make declarations about how much we make, because we don't want to tell people this is going to get you rich overnight. It's not that sort of thing. But there are a lot of people that they do abuse that, and they say these things like that. So we don't talk about how much money we make. But I can say I've made more money this year than I've made for any other year in the last decade, which makes me smile. So it's been a good year for me. And next year, I'm seriously expecting to make more than the last decade all put together, because it's that powerful, and that's going to make a world of difference. but it's not about what I make, it's about whatever you want to make. So if you want to make 500 quid a month, if you want to make 500 quid a week, if you want to make 500 quid a day, whatever it is you want to make, there's something there for you, and we can show you how to do it. But it can fit around your life. It can do whatever you want it to do. And it's just really nice and simple. And if you're looking in the chat and you look at some of the people putting comments in the chat, all these guys are all working with us. And they're all over the place. You know, people here in the UK, people out on the borders, right on the edge of Scotland, people on from Australia, people on from South Africa, all in the chats. Yeah. We've got a global business. We've got people that we talk with and work with every single day from all around the world. We've got people from the USA watching. We've got people from all over the place right now that are all part of the team, all watching with us, and all have the same thing in mind. They all want to make life a little bit more comfortable for themselves, make some friends, and get some help with it. You don't have to do it on your own. It doesn't have to be tough. It doesn't have to be painful. You know, you get to the point where someone says something and you don't understand it, ask for help, and we all help out. We all do exactly what we have to do to help out. I mean, you two have become really, really good when it comes to trading and what a particular style of trading. You both leading people and teaching people right now. And for the style of trading that you two like, you probably know more than I do. And it's like, because the idea of looking at the charts as intensely as you two do whilst you're doing it has me going, I can't be double doing that. I'm too busy for that. I haven't got time for that. So my style of trading is much less hands-on. Yeah. But I do other things that I'm doing much more intensively, and we all help each other in lots of different ways, and we all do lots of different things for each other. That's an amazing way to make a living, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just not. It's not like having a job where you go to work and you've got someone telling you what to do, and they tell you what time you've got to go and eat, and what time you're allowed to go home, and when you're allowed to have a day off. It's like, I really couldn't be doing with that.
And you're not competing with people, are you? You don't compete to sell a product. You don't need to compete with like rivals. You're all together making money together. Like there's enough to go around. You know what I mean? Absolutely. It's not fighting for things. We all work together for the same outcome.
And sat here now, working in my Christmas pajamas, people.
Yeah, I've got my pajamas on as well. Pajamas.
Come on, if there's ever a time, ever a reason to work from home, this is it, for God's sake.
Yeah. Woohoo! Pajamas on, always.
It's the best life in my Christmas pajamas. I'm
dressed formally in my jeans and t-shirts.
Roger's got a onesie on, he's fibbing. He's got a onesie underneath, a Christmas onesie on. Yes.
Yeah, this is my formal wear.
Yeah.
So what are the plans for Christmas? Let's go back to personal levels now. What are the plans for Christmas? What are you doing?
I'm hosting it at mine. I'm just having my mum and my sister round with their little boy. But my nan and granddad aren't coming.
Yeah.
It's a shame. I ain't seen them since February, which is rubbish, but blessing they don't want to, which I totally understand. But I'm really looking forward to it.
You do a Zoom or something to see them?
Zoom? What?
Well, you can teach them how, can't you? You can teach them how. You can tell them.
A mobile phone, for God's sake. They don't even understand FaceTime. Do you know? No, absolutely not.
There's an ad on the telly right now. I don't know what it is they're advertising, but there's lots of old people in nursing homes, and they're all saying how they're staying in touch with their families, doing Zooms, staying in touch on social media. Yeah.
My nana just happy to speak to me on phone, she says, bless her. She doesn't speak to me on phone, she's happy. I'm like, okay. But anyway, I love Christmas, absolutely love it, can't wait for it. So it's going to be phenomenal.
Do you know, I got that bit. I got that bit when you started ranting about it in sort of August.
I've had my Christmas tree up since day after bonfire night.
I'm not surprised in the least.
I love
What about you, Daisy? What are you doing?
So we, all the family, are going up to my granddad's house. Like Katie, I haven't seen my granddad for ages, but he always does the dinner because my granddad does the best dinner ever. You know, parsnips. He's been ringing me up. Daisy, do you want Brussels sprouts? I'm like, yes, granddad. Get some Baileys in because I'm ready for some Baileys. Not like I've not drank loads anyway. Not today, by the way. I'm sober. So yeah, we'll go to my granddad's house. I bought some quiz cards, and I'm going to be a quiz master, and we're going to do family quiz, which we've never done before. But I think it's going to be a right laugh, so I'm looking forward to that. That's what I'll be doing, and I'll probably be drinking quite a lot of Baileys. Actually, I'm ready for it, mate. I'm ready for some Baileys.
Quite a lot of Baileys.
I love Baileys.
Yeah.
If you like Baileys, drop a comment. Come on.
I know.
Yeah, I like Baileys.
Baileys.
I went away to Dublin with my wife probably about 6 months before we got married. Went away for a weekend. Me and my wife, well, future wife at the time, and my best mate and his wife, and we're on what the hell's it called? Temple Bar in Dublin. We're walking up and down, and me and Gordon walked into this pub. We tried Guinness, obviously, and I don't like Guinness particularly. But there, it's just such a pleasant drink. And we're talking about it. It's just me and him talking about beer, and I said, it's really, really different, this. It's really nice. And my mate's wife is drinking Baileys, and she said, this is different as well. Don't be stupid. That's Baileys. That's the same. That gets shipped all around the world. It's the same stuff. She said, no, it's different. I mean, the Guinness, we know, the water from the Liffey makes it taste different. I'll live with that. So we decided we were going to wind her up. Yeah. So the next time we went to the bar, a couple of pints of Guinness, gin and tea for my wife, and a Baileys, and a Jameson's whiskey as well. So top some of the Jamesons into the Baileys.
Oh dear.
Yeah. And it's only half a shot, and we just sip the other bit and had the taste of the other bit. Swirled it round so she couldn't see the difference in colour. Took it back. She had another. She said it's definitely different. Then she handed it over to my wife. She said, "Just taste that. That's different, isn't it?" She said, "It is different." The only thing is, it backfired on us because they sussed out what happened, but then they decided they really liked the taste of Baileys, Jameson's in it, and drinks were insanely expensive because this was 1997. It was costing 25 quid a round in 1997. So it backfired. But so Baileys with Jameson's. Give it a try. Lovely.
Oh, honestly, if I had Baileys with that in, I'd probably be on the floor. So I'll just stick to Baileys on its own because I do not need any more help. Thank you, Roger. Thank you for that. Bad influence there. Bad influence.
You have to do these things.
Yeah, but you're not picking up the pieces, Roger. You're not picking up the pieces.
One of my old bosses, when I worked in the motor trade, one of my old bosses was much of the same. When it came to trying different drinks, he'd try all sorts of stuff. And I went into a pub with him for lunch, and he said, "What do you want to drink?" And I said, "I'll have a Coke. It's lunchtime. Just give me a Coke." And he said, "Right, okay, Coke, please, and a pint of Guinness and chuck a Tia Maria in it."
Oh,
that's lovely. That's really nice.
Oh, I don't like mixing all these weird things together. Just plain and simple.
I have to try these things. Really nice. So,
Katie likes a Strongbow. Get a Strongbow out.
So anyway, this is Roger Garth, and I'm an alcoholic. No, I'm not.
This is Alcoholics Anonymous. Well, it's not that anonymous. It's on Facebook.
Yeah, it's not anonymous anymore. But it's Christmas. It's party time. You've got to have a laugh.
Yeah, you can have a drink in December.
You have to have a laugh, and we have to show that we're real people. So one of the things that when we do a presentation, we do a formal presentation, and we do it in a short space of time, and no one gets to see the real us. And that's why I like these lives, because they get to see that we are real people that do stupid things and get drunk and everything else. But the fact is, we have a business. You can make a chunk of money at it, but we're real people as well, and we have a lot of fun. But by the time we actually do get together and we get to a hotel venue, I will not be drinking like that whilst I'm at work. So That was
I
part
love
of the time that I was talking about that. Yeah.
I do not believe that.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Yeah.
Some of the guys,
When we were on about watching GoPro, and I said to Daisy, mate, if we're going to run at GoPro, do you think there'll be a bar there? Would there be? Would there be a bar?
well, yeah, because if you go to the live event will be in a hotel in Vegas. I'm fairly confident that if you're in a hotel in Vegas, I am fairly sure that there will be a bar. A bar.
Yeah.
There will be a bar there. There'll probably be a bar. There'll be a bar there as well in Vegas. There'll be all sorts of stuff going on in Vegas.
You had a few drinks up. Roger's already had a few whiskies or something. That's why he's mixing his words up. Sorry, guys.
I'll tell you what, though. I was doing a Zoom. I was doing a Zoom at 7:30 with Bailey. Not Bailey, yeah. And he sent me that. And he sent me a 12-year-old malt.
Oh, wow.
So
Oh.
So that has had to have a little bit of damage done to that. So thank you for that, Bailey. Much appreciated.
Oh, that's lovely.
Where's mine, pal?
Wait,
Say it again.
wait.
Mine, pal. I like Malbec. Bailey.
Malbec. There's nothing wrong with a nice Malbec. There's nothing wrong with that at all.
What are we talking about?
I can be quite posh when I want to be.
It's a red wine, Daisy.
Oh, I ain't got a clue. Oh, I don't drink red wine. Ooh,
Very nice.
Yeah.
no. I think we've just spoke about alcohol for about 50.
Well, listen. It's Christmas. It's not the same as our normal presentations. This was meant to be a bit of fun, and this was meant to be talking about what's happened through this year, what's going to happen next year. So what's happened this year is just you found something, you've had a blast with it, you've enjoyed it, you've made some money with it, you're seeing a future. Yeah. Now it's Christmas, so we can talk about drinking, and then next year we can get into it and get serious again. But next year we can get properly serious. So
Phenomenal.
yeah. So what we'll do then, so next Monday is going to be your event that you two are setting up, and you still don't know what the time it's on.
Well, we said, Roger, maybe do you think we want obviously the best time for when people are going to be around sat. So what do you reckon then? What do you reckon is a good time? Like after 6, 7? What do you reckon?
Well, I think the time that we normally have our meetings at is set at the right time for most people.
7.
Yeah. So, and as next week we're not going to have any events that are going to clash with that, then you're okay with that. So you can go with that. That's a good time for most people.
Mm.
Yeah. But what we'll do is, shall we say Sunday? We'll go live on Sunday. We'll have Nick on with us as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
And between now and Sunday, you can map out what you want to say on it. Yeah. So now you've been talking about it for months, but you haven't mapped it out. So now you're down to the last couple of days. Do something about it.
Yeah.
An idea of what you're going to do, so we can tell people on Sunday, and let's get as many people to the live on Sunday to tell them why they should be looking on Monday and what they're going to hear. And you also need to, if you're going to get 10 or so people to be telling their stories, then you need to know who those 10 people are going to be.
I've got some of you, and I'm coming for some more. Tracy Gallagher, I can see you on here. You're doing it, pal. Whether you like it or not.
That wasn't a question, Tracy, apparently.
I'm telling ya.
We need more women.
Yeah.
Come on, woman up. Man up.
You know, our business has more women than men in it. And yet women don't seem to come forward and stand to the front.
You know what? She's put on. I got a bit offended actually that, because I put into our chat of a day who wants to come live with me and Daisy on Sunday. No.
You know
what? I got Daisy message me saying,
I think they're probably just trying to figure out, like, how can I compete with that?
To be fair, Tracy did actually come and say she would, and then Ian Randall actually messaged me today saying he would if we hadn't got anyone. I'm like, well, we've got someone, but you can come on another one.
We'll book you in. We'll book you in.
Yeah.
So, all right. So on Sunday night then. So what time should we do a live with us four with Nick? What time should we do that? Nick doesn't get a choice in this right now because he's not here. So,
Anytime.
Well, should we do the same time? Should we say 8 o'clock?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll do 8 o'clock, and wherever I happen to be, because I don't think I'll be at home, but wherever I happen to be, we'll come on and we'll do this. We'll do the same thing at 8 o'clock on Sunday.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about your event on Monday. And we'll promote your event, and we give it the biggest boost we can give it. So get as many people as you can to listen. So if you're watching this, guys, and you want to work with these girls, because these girls are a bundle of fun to work with. But more than anything else, they care about whether you succeed. And that's the most significant thing. So take all the clowning about to one side. They're very serious when it comes to business. They've got a real hard work ethic, and they put a lot of graft into it. They have a lot of knowledge to share, and they will help you. So if you want to make some extra money, they'll help you to make it. And they will literally guide you by the hand every step of the way. And, you know, when we think about it, we started the year with neither of you will trade. Daisy, you traded Forex badly and lost money at it. Katie, you'd never traded before. Now you've both learned how to do it, and you're both proficient at it, and you're making money consistently at it. In the last couple of months, you've both opened your own online shop. You got your first customer. Your first customer was your husband.
He had absolute. I mean, he did stick his nose up a bit. Actually, he went, "So I've got to pay full price." I went, "Yeah, yeah, you absolute moron. Of course you have."
Well, he gets away with nothing with you, though, does he?
No.
No.
Do you know what, though? Honestly, my husband joined. For those that don't know, my husband joined the business about 6 weeks ago, and I'm sure he only joined because he was feeling left out, right? Because you know, like Daisy says that she speaks to us more than she speaks to her mum. Well, that's with my husband. So I'm sure he only joined because he didn't want to feel left out, you know.
Is that the only way you can get an appointment to talk to you?
I think it is, yeah. No, you know, he's honestly, do you know what? The amazing thing is now, Gareth joined, like me and Gareth talk like me and Daisy do. Because now he's been in scene, he's doing really well with trading, absolutely loving every minute.
You're not jealous of Daisy anymore.
You over Zoom, don't you, Katie? You and Gareth Zoom each other from different rooms, don't you?
Yeah.
Oh, you were doing that the other day anyway.
Practically.
You were doing that to test the presentation.
Yeah.
Funny.
I will.
It's funny. So right. So we're going to talk on Monday, yeah. But if you want to get an idea of why you should join us, then come and join us on Sunday night, 8 o'clock, and we'll do the same conversation all over again. I don't doubt that it'll get silly as well. It's bound to, but nonetheless, we'll have a laugh with it. But we'll also tell you why you should join these girls, and why you should talk to them to get some help to show you how you can make some money in the new year, just the same as they've done. And if you can actually get to the point where you can make yourself that extra 500, 1,000, 1,500 a month, whatever it may be that you're looking for, and you can have a bunch of fun working with some people who know how to enjoy themselves at the same time, can't be anything wrong with that, can they?
No.
So we'll see you on Sunday, 8 p.m.
Yeah.
Telling you all about Monday and letting it go from there. So for now, bye everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.